You're standing in your closet. You've spent real money on your wardrobe. You take care of yourself. You feel good until you catch your reflection in a shop window and think, when did I start looking so much older than I feel? Here's the truth nobody's saying out loud. It's not your face. It's not your body. It's the dress. Certain dresses, ones that feel comfortable, that feel safe, that feel like you, are quietly adding 10 years to your appearance every single time you wear them. And the worst part, most women over 50 have at least 3 of them hanging in their closet right now. Stay with me for the next 12 minutes because I'm going to show you exactly which dresses to stop wearing. And more importantly, I'll show you what to replace them with so you walk out of your house looking current, elegant, and completely yourself. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, let's be clear about something. This is not about following trends. Women over 50 who try to dress like they're 25 don't look younger. They look like they're trying too hard, and that's a different problem entirely. What we're talking about today is fit, proportion, and visual weight. These are the 3 invisible forces that either make you look polished and vital or tired and dated. And dress styles are where these forces do the most damage. Because a dress is a single garment covering your entire body. Get it wrong and there's nowhere to hide. Get it right though? One well-chosen dress and you walk into any room with presence. So here are the 7 dresses that are most likely aging you, and the elegant alternatives that will transform how you look and feel. Mistake number 1, the Shapeless Floral Maxi dress. You know exactly the dress I mean. Loose from shoulder to floor, busy floral print in faded pinks, beiges, or dusty blues. Usually a V-neck or square neck that's just slightly too wide. Often in a thin flowing fabric that catches every breeze and every unflattering angle. This dress feels like freedom. It hides everything. It's comfortable. It requires 0 effort. But that's precisely the problem. When a garment has no structure, no waist definition, no fitted element, no visual anchor, the eye reads it as formless, and formlessness reads as age. Your body disappears inside the fabric. The busy floral print creates visual noise rather than elegance. And that wide, undefined neckline draws attention downward instead of framing your face. Here's what to do instead. Keep the midi or maxi length if you love it. Length itself isn't the issue. But switch to a wrap-style midi dress or a belted shirt dress. Same coverage, same comfort. But suddenly, there's a waist. Suddenly, your silhouette has shape. Try a solid color or a very subtle small-scale print. Navy, forest green, burgundy, camel. These read as sophisticated in a way that washed-out ditzy florals simply don't. Mistake number 2, the oversized t-shirt dress. Comfort dressing is completely valid. Nobody is telling you to suffer for style, but there is a critical difference between comfortable and shapeless, and the oversized t-shirt dress has crossed that line. These dresses typically fall to just above or just below the knee in a perfectly straight line. They have short sleeves, a basic round neck, and absolutely no structure whatsoever. They often come in solid, safe colors, gray, navy, black, which makes them feel practical but contributes to the flat, undefined look. What happens visually is this. The eye gets no information. No waist, no silhouette, no defined neckline. The dress becomes background noise. You become background noise. The alternative that gives you all the comfort with none of the visual cost is a fitted ponte dress or a structured knit dress. Same fabric weight, same easy dressing, but with slight shaping at the waist and a more intentional cut. Or try a linen shirt dress in summer. Tie it loosely at the waist with a thin belt, and immediately you have shape, movement, and effortless elegance. Mistake number 3, and this one surprises people. The loud statement print dress. Bold prints can be beautiful, but there's a version of this that many women over 50 wear that creates a specific aging effect. The large-scale, high-contrast novelty print in clashing colors. Think oversized tropical patterns, large abstract swirls, or bold geometric prints across a loose silhouette. The problem is visual weight. Large prints on undefined shapes create visual chaos. The eye doesn't know where to look. And when the eye doesn't know where to look, it reads the overall image as a lot, which translates to heavy, busy, and dated. There's also a cultural timing issue. Very loud statement prints cycle in and out of fashion quickly. When they go out, they go very out. And wearing a dress tied to a specific trend from 5 years ago reads immediately as dated, even if you're not consciously aware of why. What works instead? Prints that are smaller in scale or have a tonal quality, meaning the colors within the print are in the same family. A rich floral in deep jewel tones on a dark background. A subtle abstract in navy and cream. These read as sophisticated and intentional. Your personality comes through without the chaos. Mistake number 4. The dress you bought for one occasion 3 or 4 years ago and keep wearing because it was expensive and it's technically still in good condition. This one is emotional, so stay with me. Over time, bodies change. Weight shifts, posture changes. What was fitted once may now pull slightly across the hips. What was the right length once may now be just a touch too short or too long as hem trends have shifted. The dress that felt like you at 47 may not quite be you at 53. And here's the brutal visual reality. A dress that doesn't fit you precisely reads as borrowed. It reads as something you put on rather than something you wear with ownership. The slight pulling across the bust, the hem that's become too short, the neckline that gaps. These small fitting issues are invisible to you in the mirror, but immediately visible to everyone in the room. The solution isn't necessarily to throw it away. Take it to a tailor first. A simple hem adjustment or taking in the side seams can transform a dress that almost fits into one that fits perfectly, and a dress that fits perfectly on your current body, not the body from 5 years ago, is one of the most powerful style investments you can make. The turning point. But what should I wear? Now. I know what you might be thinking. This is a lot of things not to wear. Where's the part where you tell me what I should wear? We're getting there right now, because the second half of this video is entirely about the dresses that do the opposite. The cuts and styles that make women over 50 look genuinely polished, contemporary, and elegant. These aren't complicated, they're not expensive. They just require knowing which elements to look for. Mistake number 5. The Boxy knee-length shift dress. The shift dress has a complicated history in women's fashion. In the 1960s, it was revolutionary. By the 2000s, it was the go-to safe dress for women who felt unsure about their bodies. By now in its boxy iteration, no waist, straight up and down, hitting at the widest point of the knee, it has become one of the most subtly aging silhouettes a woman over 50 can reach for. Why? Because the shift dress at knee length creates a very specific visual proportion problem. It ends at a point that makes legs look shorter and wider. The boxy shape adds visual bulk to the midsection, and the overall effect is a square, undefined silhouette that reads as matronly, regardless of how the wearer actually looks. Here's the twist. The midi-length shift dress, ending just below the calf, is actually a powerful silhouette for women over 50. The extra length elongates the leg line rather than interrupting it. Pair it with a low heel or a pointed toe flat, and the proportion becomes elegant. The key is the length. An inch or two too short, and it works against you. An inch or two longer, and it's completely transformed. Mistake number 6. The elastic waist faux wrap dress in thin, synthetic fabric. Now the wrap dress itself, the actual wrap dress with a proper tie in quality fabric, is one of the most flattering silhouettes ever designed for women. It creates a waist, frames the bust, and flows beautifully. The wrap dress is your friend, but there's an imposter in your closet, and she is not your friend. She is the faux wrap dress in thin polyester that bags around the waist elastic, shifts out of position throughout the day, and has that slight cheapness to the drape that synthetic fabric always carries. The elastic waist version loses everything that makes the wrap silhouette work. The waist is gathered rather than defined. The fabric pulls in unflattering places. The adjustability of the real wrap is gone. You're stuck with however it fits off the rack, which is rarely perfect on any individual body. If you love the wrap style, and you should, invest in 1 or 2 quality wrap dresses in jersey, silk, or viscose. The difference in how they move, how they drape, and how they photograph is extraordinary. A $60 quality jersey wrap dress will do more for your appearance than five $25 polyester versions. Mistake number 7, and perhaps the most common of all, the all-black, formless, safe dress that you wear when you don't know what to wear. Black is not the problem. Black is a magnificent color for women over 50. It's slimming, versatile, and eternally sophisticated. The problem is using blackness as a substitute for thought. The oversized, shapeless, all-black dress that gets reached for because it hides everything and matches everything. This is where black works against you. Here's the paradox. Dark, shapeless clothing doesn't make you look thinner. It makes you look larger and undefined. The human eye reads formlessness as size regardless of color. Black amplifies this because it removes all tonal contrast from the body, flattening the silhouette entirely. What black does do magnificently is ground a structured, well-fitted outfit. A structured black wrap dress, a fitted black shirt dress with a belt, a tailored black knit midi dress. Any of these carry all the practicality of your current black dress, with a silhouette that actually works for you. The solution, what to buy instead. So let's talk about what you should actually be wearing. There are 5 dress styles that consistently work beautifully on women over 50, regardless of body type, lifestyle, or budget. These are not trends. These are structural fundamentals that create a flattering, contemporary result every time. Number 1, the midi wrap dress in jersey or viscose. Defines the waist, creates a clean V neckline that elongates the neck and frames the face, flows beautifully, and works from casual lunch to evening occasion. Tie it slightly higher than the waist seam for a longer leg line. Number 2, the belted shirt dress. One of the most underrated dresses in women's fashion. Choose a linen or cotton version for daytime and a silk look version for evenings. The collar frames the face. The button placket creates a vertical line that elongates. Belt it at the natural waist and you have one of the most effortlessly elegant silhouettes available. Any length works. Midi is especially strong. Number 3, the structured knit midi dress. This is your replacement for the t-shirt dress. Same comfort level, entirely different visual result. Ponte or thick jersey fabric holds its shape. Look for a defined waist. Even subtle shaping counts. Pair with ankle boots and a structured bag and you're done. Zero effort, maximum impact. Number 4, the A-line midi dress in solid color. If you want zero fuss, no wrap to tie, no belt to adjust, the A-line midi in a solid, rich color is your friend. It moves with your body without clinging, has enough structure to suggest shape without constricting, and in the right color is effortlessly sophisticated. Jewel tones, sapphire, emerald, burgundy, deep plum, are particularly powerful on women over 50. Number 5, the tailored V-neck dress. This is the upgrade to the shift dress. Same clean lines, but with a V-neck line, which elongates the neck and draws the eye upward toward your face, and a slightly nipped waist. Even a subtle seam line counts. This silhouette reads as polished and contemporary. In a quality fabric, this is a dress you wear to work, to dinner, and to events. The checklist. Before you buy any dress. Before we wrap up, here's a simple checklist. Every time you consider buying a dress, or before you reach for one already in your wardrobe, ask yourself 4 quick questions. Question 1, does it define my waist, even subtly? Even just a seam or a slight taper. If the dress is completely straight from shoulder to hem, it's working against you. Question 2, does the neckline frame my face? V-necks, square necks, and wide scoop necks all work beautifully. High crew necks can work on structured dresses. The question is whether your eye is drawn upward toward your face or whether the neckline disappears into the fabric. Question 3, does the hem hit at a flattering point? The classic awkward points are just above the knee, cuts the leg short, and mid-calf can look unintentionally frumpy. Just below the knee, midi length and maxi length all tend to work well. Try it with the shoes you'll actually wear. Question 4, does the fabric hold its shape? Hold the fabric up and let it drape. If it sags, bags, or looks limp, it will do the same on your body. Quality fabric holds a clean line. That clean line is what creates the polished effect. 4 questions, 30 seconds. The dress either passes or it doesn't. Here's what I want you to take from today. Looking elegant and current after 50 is not about following rules for the sake of rules. It's not about dressing younger. It's not about spending more money. It's about understanding the very specific visual principles that make the difference between a woman who looks pulled together and a woman who looks like she's wearing her clothes rather than owning them. The dresses we talked about today, the shapeless florals, the oversized t-shirt dresses, the ill-fitting occasion dresses, the cheap synthetic wraps. These aren't bad because of some arbitrary fashion decree. They're aging you because of proportion, fit, and visual weight. Those are solvable problems. You don't need a new wardrobe. You might just need to remove 3 dresses and add 2. Start with one change. Go into your closet today and pull out the dress you reach for most often when you don't know what else to wear. Try it on. Run it through the 4 questions. If it fails more than 2, you have your starting point. And if you want to know which accessories are quietly aging your outfits in the same way these dresses are, I'll have that video for you next. Until then, you've got this.